Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Faking the give. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw is Watson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch him. Now 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Off play action, Pickett. They'll roll him out right. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run right side with Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry for Harris. They find some open field here. Shreds it with a stiff arm. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, it's Watson. That's into the hands of Edwards. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The pickup there, 5 yards.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that
Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. So Mike Tomlin correcting his assessment to throw the flag there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 133 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's got it to about the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He finds Austin complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Pickett sets up play action. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st down, it's Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Fields it right around the goal line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Looking for Austin, intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines throwing for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Pickett back to throw. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 22, Watson. Quick slant complete to Njoku. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off of play action, it's Watson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
23 yards on the play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10. Down at the 31. Faking the give. Now Watson. Out route here going to Hunt. He's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got a man here, it's Bryant. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll run with Chubb. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To the air yet again, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. York able to send this one through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Off play action. Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession, gigantic.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they take a knee. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.